Hey, Kajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it.
I say, this is Johnny's place, where you can have it for no problem. I got the dollars.
Fixed income, no credit, bad credit. Here at Kajun Roots Reseller, that's no problem.
Let him have it.
I've got my dollars and I sent in my best offer.
We say yes. See the special man. The easiest man on YouTube.
You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let him have it with no problem.
Hello, and good morning on this hump day. How's everybody doing this morning? Hello. It is a crispy 44 degrees here this morning in Massachusetts. First in the chat was Regina. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Craig. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Touchman. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Jennifer, already in there dropping them links. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And I want to say Nicole. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Buying Space, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I saw your pictures you posted on Facebook with the sports car. Pretty cool. Vintage Memories, hello, good morning, and welcome. And Andrew, hello, good morning, and welcome. How are you doing? Yes, it is hump day. Already hump day, Lord Jesus. Then they were saying on the news this morning, next Tuesday, it's going to be like 37 degrees. It says it's going to be like some areas going to have the first freeze. So I don't know about that. So we'll see. Today's calendar events are as follows. At 10 o'clock, you have Claudia's Vintage, I believe it's with coffee, chat, and small sale. At 10 o'clock, you also have Stacey May W. Catitudes with her Crafters Retreat. At 11 o'clock, you have Janine's. 11:30, you have Jackass Retro doing his ship show. 12 o'clock is Maria, California Thrifter. At 1 o'clock, we have our Hump Day auction today at 1. And Rita, the Booty Chick, is here today on our show. Crazy May Stash unboxing the stash, and that is at 1 o'clock. Irene and Leo go on at 1. Kraken Christine goes on at 1. 2 o'clock. No, that's not correct today. Just today, she's not on her show today. Just this event, yeah, because she's over here today. Let's see. 4 o'clock is Creations by D with Dawn's channel and Josie's place. At 4 o'clock is Sandy and Otto with Janine's. At 6 o'clock is KK with her Kathy's Corner Bingo. At 6 o'clock is Lisa's New Adventure. 6 o'clock is Sabrina with Simon Says Let's Make a Deal. At 6, it was a lot at 6 today. Beverly Pazazzo Over the Cliff. At 6:30 is the Revive It Sisters. That's Heather. Spit it out, Johnny. At 7 o'clock is Horizon Pick Solo Sale. At 8 o'clock is Scooter Renee's Running on a Wednesday Auction. At 9 o'clock is Margie with Vintage Jewels, Gems, and Pearls. And in the night out on the calendar anyway is Sailor Stacker doing his giveaway where he does his video in the morning. You have to watch it, make a comment, and be in the show to win that at what is it, 8 o'clock? 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock p.m. tonight. This is his giveaway. All right, let's see here. Who else is here? Jeannie and Mike, hello, good morning, and welcome. a Mercedes, but it's a joke about how people put photos on Facebook with expensive cars to make themselves. Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah, it was a pretty cool car though. So yeah, today's auction at 1 o'clock. Every Wednesday it's at 1 now. Oh Lord Jesus, I was not feeling well this morning. Woke up I went to bed last night early. Had me a couple of teas and honey, and went to bed. I was exhausted. And I woke up this morning, took a nap, woke back up, got back in the office. I didn't do no listings. I didn't do nothing. Unboxing at 3:30 Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Friday. Unboxing. I saw the one you did with. I don't remember who it was. The latest one you did. I can't remember. Good morning, little Debbie. Hello, hello. Good morning and welcome. And also, if you are a member of the channel, it is now open for November the 7th. I do now have 10 slots open because we'll be starting the first time slot at 1 o'clock, which is already taken. If you reach out to me and let me know you would like to be on the showcase of membership on November the 7th, please let me know and indicate what time slot you would like. Every half hour, starting at 1 all the way to 6. Well, 5:30 is the last time slot, actually. She's been in chats. She's been busy. In the shower. Uh-oh. So what does everybody have planned for the day? I know after the show, I'm going to lay down again. I feel all congested in my face. I did a complete menthol rub down last night. Took some medicine and went to bed. Dumpster. That's the new channel, y'all, by the way, for Jeannie and Mike. Dumpster Jumping Beans. It's actually pretty cool. I also need to figure out when I'm going to do my next what not auction in my next Posh Live. It ain't going to be this week. That's for sure. Tomorrow, I will be on Ella's auction next tomorrow. I think it is tomorrow. I got to get the rest of that stuff done. Yeah, it's just a sinus drip. Robert had that already this week when he came back from Pensacola, and I think that's where I got it from. But I try not to go outside too much. It's just mainly my sinuses. No fever, no chills, none of that. It's just my sinus drips. I usually get that around this time of year. I already got my flu shot, so I'm okay with that. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow is Ella at 1 o'clock. Now, tentatively scheduled for this Friday, as far as I know, but I didn't hear from any from Kim. This Friday is the TGI Buy Now Sell auction. I have not gotten confirmation back yet if she's going to still do that this Friday or not, because I don't see a thumbnail for it, so probably not. Then next week I'll be busy on Grandma's. She's got her the 26th. Right, just the new names. They changed their name. You're right. Did I say change the channel? No, it's changed their name. Let's see. New channel, just new name. Yep. Hello, Lilith. Hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. So yeah, it's just some sinus dripping that I have. Been drinking some hot tea and honey. Actually, some spice chai honey. That's what I've been using. Seems to be working. Although I did a special one yesterday afternoon after my live show yesterday. But other than that, I'm not running a fever or anything. It's just my sinuses. It's not as bad as it usually is. I'm getting stuff ready for tomorrow. I already got everything on cards ready to go. I just got to put them in my list. No new channel here. Yeah, chai tea is actually pretty good, and I love it. I got some Spicy chai honey. That's actually pretty good too. Peddling Profits, hello, good morning, and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I already went through and separated everything I'm going to bring for the auction. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do as far as choices and stuff like that, and put it on my spreadsheet. I got a couple of more things I got to go through. Finish listing my drafts for eBay. And get some more listed on. I'm almost at 200 on Posh, so my goal is to get over 200 on Posh, which I'm working at it, getting it slowly but surely. It's going to get there. Thank you, Buying Space, for dropping that link for Jennifer's channel. And here is Jennifer's Etsy store. And it looks like we're going to be doing a special event on November 28th. Trying to get all the logistics ready for that. There is her Etsy store, and here is her Buy Her Milkshake. I don't like drinking coffee from McDonald's. No, I didn't know they had it. The Simpsons, hello, good morning, and welcome, and how are you doing? Usually when I wake up in the morning, you're on live sometimes. Good morning, Matey Mama. Hello, good morning, and welcome, and how you doing? I was watching your channel in the back scenes, and I wasn't too talkative this morning, but I was there. I gave you my thumbs up. I wasn't too talkative this morning. I'm not feeling well. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm good. It's all good. But hello, good morning, and welcome, and how you doing? Yeah, I had a suspicion about somebody in your chat this morning. It's like, oh, what's all that about? It's a K-cup thing. Oh, really? I'm going to have to look for that. So it's chai, pumpkin chai? I'm going to have to look for it. It's a K-cup. I buy them at Walmart. Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. You never know, Mark. Craig, you might want to just check it out and see if it happens. It might. You never know. We don't know until you try it. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. We're supposed to get some rain this weekend. We got some major weather coming this way. And then, of course, we got, 2 different highs and a low and a Nino, whatever you call that. So probably by next Tuesday, we'll have our first freeze, so they say. Frost. But 9 times out of 10, when they tell us that weather, it's in Boston. Because we're way far west in Boston. So does anybody have any questions about any particular platform? Please ask in the chat, because that's what we do here in the morning. I know I got some chicken soup too, chicken noodle. I got some. Well, hello, Tommy. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello, and welcome, sir. Yeah. I wanted to make a loaded baked potato soup, but that didn't happen yet. But I got the ingredients for it. Yes, I do see you join. I do stay on overnight. Yeah, and that's how I catch you sometimes when I'm waking up early in the morning. This morning didn't happen. I went right back to sleep. I wasn't feeling well this morning, so I said, nope, I'm going back to sleep. I didn't even come down to the office early like I usually do. I did for a little while. It's like, no, I can't do it anymore. Got to go. So I came down for a little bit. Yeah, I didn't wake up till after, 4 o'clock? Robert's alarm went off. I jumped out of bed like I was running around with my head cut off. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Renee. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, so if y'all up late at night and you want to catch the show, that's usually she's on at night or early in the morning. Usually when I'm up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, she's usually live. So Simpsons, check her out. She's got all kind of stuff she sells. A lot of jewelry. And then she does bundle deals too, especially if you're looking for jewelry. What does anybody got planned for today? Any questions about any particular platform? Today, don't forget at 1 o'clock is the Hump Day auction. Tomorrow I will be on at 1 with Ella. And as far as I know, I haven't seen the thumbnail set up yet for TGIF. So other than that, it's just playing it by ear. The next week I'll be on the 26th. It'll be on Glamour's channel with the Classic Crop finale, or for the season, or for the year. And then next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next, I'll be on with Two Old Guys Vintage and Resell. So I got to get some stuff ready for that as well. So I got a little bit of setups I got to do. I'm almost done with the estate sale stuff I went through. I got stuff I got to take pictures for. Let's see. Teresa says, I get loose pumpkin chai from the Little Prayer tea coat. They also have candy cane. You're out. Starbucks also go to picture chai. Yeah, I only use Starbucks because I have a gift card that I use on my phone with the app I have, and I just basically keep adding it to that. And so 9 times out of 10, I only go through Starbucks, like if we're traveling in the car and we go to like a Starbucks on the main highway. But I don't go to Starbucks a lot. Again, only if I have a gift card. I was busy this morning. I don't know if Larry or Victoria were on. Nope. Last Friday was Larry's last morning show, by the way, Buying Space, and Victoria's last Friday. She announced it Thursday night. She's now at night at 10 o'clock. Victoria does not have her morning show anymore. She did that last Thursday. I think she made that announcement at 10 o'clock at night. So yeah. So they're not doing their shows anymore. Larry's last show was last Friday. And then Victoria announced it Thursday at 10 o'clock. When she does her shows now at night. Today at 4:55, Jocelyn's is running a graphic tees auction on Whatnot? What? She got approved on Whatnot, or she's doing it on your channel? Oh, I see. It's on yours. Graphic tees. What? Yeah, I'm following you already. Yep, I see it. 5:55. That's her holding up the tees, too. That's pretty cool. She's in the thumbnail. Yeah, you've been feeling crappy, too. Yeah, it's going around. That is awesome. Thomas, she is bright. Yes, she is. Zeus, hello, good morning and welcome. How are you doing? They are quieter. They are quiet quitters. Oh. And Victoria still says good morning to everyone, and she can't get out of She did that what was that I watched? The replay. Was it Thursday night of last week? Or it might have been Friday. She kept telling everybody good morning. It was at 10 o'clock at night. Oh, okay, Tommy. I wish her good luck. When is your next Whatnot? I haven't set it up yet. I got to do that. I was thinking about doing it next week. I don't have as much next week, so I'll probably do it next week. I was talking with Dawn. If I do one on a Tuesday, I'm going to do it before theirs and then ship everybody over, kind of like do a raid to her channel before 7. I'm the same way, Buying Space. I'm already in bed. If I do it on a Tuesday, I'm going to do it like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. That way, when I go to end my show, we can do a raid to Dawn and Mary's if I do it that early. I'm still trying to tick around the time when they get started. So if I do it on a Thursday, because they go live every Tuesday at 7. So if I do, say, 4:50, that'll give me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I can do that and then just raid Dawn and Mary's Whatnot. Is what I'm thinking of doing. Then if someone leaves the chat, she says, have a good day, and they're going to bed. Yeah, exactly. I kind of figured that was going to happen. Hello, Ella. How long did you have to wait for Whatnot to pay you? It's just like Posh. You basically make sure you ship everything out the very next day. With Posh is the same way. You have to pack it. They'll give you your label and your packing slip. You have to ship it out, and then they give you the label. You have to make sure you ship it out as soon as possible. And then they got, just like Posh, 3 days from the date of delivery of them accepting it. They have 3 days to either rate you or Whatnot automatically steps in and releases the money. So it's 3 days after the shipping has been received. As long as it was delivered, it's 3 days thereafter. So you run your show, depending on what day it is. Try to make sure if it's on a Saturday, you definitely run it out on Monday morning. And then 3 days from the date of delivery is when they're going to rate you and or release your money. But they do that. And then you can, it goes into like a bank. And then you basically, just like Posh and eBay, you just got to tell it when you want your money. And just like with Macari, you basically do the same thing and it ships it over to your account. And you have to get it moved over. She's going to be doing a plushie auction tomorrow. Wait, she's doing one today and tomorrow? Is that going to be on Whatnot as well? And then coming in a live plant. Clothing order. She wants to run 5 auctions a week. Wow. That is awesome. I can. And what I'm going to do, all the comics that I had from the last show, I'm moving them over to the new show that I do. It's going to be in the Buy It Now column is what I'm going to move them to. So when I do the next show, the Buy It Nows will be comic books. We'll be live today also. Be on tonight. Awesome jewelry a lot. Meg, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. The crafty vessel? No. Visage. Viage? I can never say that name. The crafty, hello, good morning and welcome. Soon. You're right about that. That's going to be tiresome a lot. Is she going to have like a set amount of stuff, Tommy, for the show? Yeah, it's going to get tiresome. Running errands, it's catch-up time. All right. I mean, I will be on live tomorrow. Jewelry Buy It Now sale along with bundle deals. Now, what time do you usually go live on your show? And there's the link if you want to set your reminders. Dwayne, thank you very much. I like that easier. I like that. Dwayne, thank you very much. I like that. Dawn. I don't know why I said Dwayne. It's Dawn. Duh. You know, Hooked Up Phonics will give me another refund. Dawn, thank you very much. Why does that name? You spell your name. What was your name before this channel name? Did you change your channel name? Because the way you spell your name looks familiar. Yeah, it's 3 days from the date of receipt of shipped and delivered. 3 days thereafter. And if they don't send you or they don't rate you, then Whatnot will release the money automatically. And then it's just like on your account. It's like a set account where it goes in and you have to tell it if you want it to just stay there or move it to your bank account. Dawn, I got it now. Anytime after 7 p.m. I like Dawn better. I just pop up. Okay. Another Dawn. Yep. Thank you, Dawn. Let's see. She has about 100 tees for the night. Wow. About 6 plush for tomorrow. About 80 pieces of clothing and about 60 live plants to sell. How does that work with live plants? Is there a special way you have to ship those? Somebody else used to do live plants, and I can't remember who it was. So she's going to be busy this week. And that's all on Whatnot, Tommy? Let me make sure I am subscribed to you. I think I am, because that logo looks familiar. Yes, I am. I am. You're welcome, Dawn. Then we have a bunch of jewelry that Des is going to be doing Monday. I'm not sure of the time yet. Awesome. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to help her organize that a little bit and give her help on that. 60 plush. Whoa, that's a lot. I know I did 60 comics and it took me, I did it 2.5 hours. I like it because you can go at your own pace. All on Whatnot. Awesome. Hello, Helen. Good morning. Hello and welcome. So, Tommy, do me a favor for those that are just coming in. Drop your whatnot link again, please. Yeah, Tommy, about the shipping live plans. I'm curious about that. Good morning, Scarlett. How are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. All right, there's his whatnot, y'all. All right, let me drop these again real quick because Jennifer's been dropping your links. Please go check out Jennifer's channel. Check out her videos. Leave those comments. Hit the notifications. And leave her those comments. Make sure you hit the notification of all so you don't miss out when she does put out videos. And get these in the chat. Good morning, Sabrina. And there is her Etsy store. There's her Buy Hero Milkshake. And I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for the morning show. If you would like to come on and promote yourself, chit chat about any particular topics that we're talking about in the chat, you're more than welcome to come on up. Why is this more than usual? That's interesting that the link is longer than usual. All right, there it is. Let me pin this to the top. All right, let me go back up here. Where was I at? Way up there. All right, Twitch says selling plants, not me. I'm just look at plants and they die. No green thumb. Oh, I love plants. Yeah, usually the first show, usually when you get started on whatnot, it does take time to build it up. But yeah, it'll take a little while to build up. I think the most I had in my first show was 25, which I thought was great. When you can ship live plants a couple of different ways. We are going to be shipping bare roots to keep shipping low. Okay. Meg says, if anybody is looking for Disney plush books, I'm doing my first whatnot on Sunday. What? Okay, where is it in the chat? There it is, way up there. My God, do I follow you on whatnot? I'm about ready to find out. Yep, I'm already following you. Cool. Now, is there a special way you have to wrap the roots? Because I've only bought plants once online. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you doing? Good to see you. Plants are a lot easier to ship than you think. Hetty, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I love plants too. It's cutting up. Yeah, that's what I do too. And I reroot them before I plant them. I have a lot of those in my windowsill in the kitchen. When you putting out your video, I keep looking for it. That's right. Tish said he was going to be putting out a new video, his first video, y'all. So make sure you are subscribed to him so you can catch it and get the notification when he does his first video. He talked about it yesterday. Been busy with my new grandbabies. Awesome. Good morning, Anitra. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm following also. Oh, let's see. Me too, Johnny. I'm running out of windows. Yeah, me too. I have a cup now that I use. It's an old plastic cup, and I start them rooting there. Then I put them in pots to grow, and then I move them into a bigger pot when they get bigger. And yes, my windowsill is full already. So I have to start moving them out again. And then I got to pull in. I got to make sure those two are planted. I got a black raspberry bush and a hydrangea that I got to plant. So I got to make sure it's done before the first freeze. Yep, I am too. But I had gotten some pots to move into some more to regroup them. I have some more aloe vera that I started from one broken and regrew it into another plant. So yeah, I also have what is it called again? Sweetheart Ivy. A couple of them broke off. I rerouted them, started back up again, and I got more plants with them. So yeah, I love doing that. All right, Tommy says, hello, Wildflower. Hello, good morning, and welcome. Wrap the roots in moist paper towels and in plastic. Then put the whole plant in a bigger bag with some air in the box with bubble wrap. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I've ordered once before, but they were bulbs, but they were in a plastic with little holes in it, but they were dry. They weren't wet. And that's how I got them started. But yeah, I've done that only once. But that was some major company that I was buying from back in the day. And then whenever something breaks off, I just reroute it, get it started, and plant it back in another pot. And that's something I like doing. All right, so Sunday at 7:42. Do I have a way to? Yeah, that's right there, bookmark. Yep. All right, so there's a way you can bookmark it too. I like that. Bookmark. Oh, she did a little video clip. Cool. I keep forgetting you can do that. I guess I need to do a little preview of mine for my video. I got them bookmarked. That's one way not to forget. You can also bookmark the whatnot show. I just did on both. So yeah, if anybody would like to come on up, the link is at the top of the chat. It's in the pinned message at the top of the chat. I got a lot of stuff I got to get done, but I don't feel like doing it right now. Oh, let's see. We have order a few plants. Wait, what? We have ordered a few plants online just to see the best way to send plants. They are also YouTube videos on shipping plants with or without pots. Yeah, I wouldn't want them to come in a pot. That's a chance you take with that pot being broken. I'd rather not have them in pots. I don't think I've ever had any come in pots. Come to think about it. They were always in Ziploc bags or bags, plastic bags, clear bags. That's what I remember from what I bought. Because I did buy, what was it? What would you call those again? Tulips. And they came in a bag that had like little small holes in it. But yeah, it was in a bag. There's something else I ordered too. I can't remember. But that didn't last long because I guess it was old. I don't know, because it didn't work. Didn't take. It happens. Not everything takes, depending on where you get them from too. So I try not to order too much from online potting plant stuff for planting. Try to stay away from that. Now we found a place here locally. They're pretty good. But we have very little closure area, which I need to put I have a little greenhouse I bought, a small one. I need to put it together on the back porch. So yeah, if anybody has anything going on especially, make sure you let us know in the chat. Also, if you have any special events, let us know. You're more than welcome to come on up and promote your channel. And then Tommy, just let us know when Des does the jewelry one. If you know what time she's going to set it up for. Jeffrey, hello, good morning and welcome. And how are you doing? Good to see you. I'm going to work. Well, don't work too hard on the oyster farm. Okay. I don't eat raw oysters. I used to. Too many people been getting sick on that. So I stay away from that. And I can't anyway. My doctor said stay away from raw seafood and anything in shellfish. So I can have it in moderation, but it won't be raw. Anybody else have anything going on that you would like to chit chat about and promote? Please do so. That's what we're here for. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the chat. It looks like I'll definitely get with Dawn and see. I think she starts at 7. So next week I'll probably do one on the 24th. Because she starts at 7. 6, 5. I could do 5:55, 5:50. I'll have to set that up. All right, let's see. If you follow the Whatnot channel, we will be adding a few more auctions today and sharing out on social media. Okay. Well, I have you tagged. I am following you and I tagged it. Did I hear my name? Yes, you did. They were asking me when I was gonna do my next Whatnot, and I was talking about maybe doing it on the 24th, like you and I talked about, and then I'll have it before yours, and then we'll raid your channel for your Whatnot at 7, which I'll probably be doing that on the 24th, which I got to set it up for my next Whatnot. And I'm gonna take in all the what I had, because I like Whatnot you can take and duplicate your last show. And then I can take all of those and add them into the Byte now. Because Dawn does theirs every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So I can always want to make sure I go over before them, not over them. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Thrifting Adventures. So that's my goal anyway. I know Dawn and I had talked about it. I really like. I like Whatnot too. The thing I like about Whatnot is that you still can take your own pace. There is no rush, and then that way you can take your time. I like that. I still have to get used to how to run them in order of the screen, because that threw me off a little bit on my first one. Hello, Lin. How are you doing? Good morning. Hello, and actually yours is good afternoon. How are you doing? And what I like about it too is it's a lot easier. And this is my things I like about Whatnot when it comes to after the live is over. When you get all your sales, it even has a screenshot of what you had sold and the little clip at the bottom of who bought it and how much. It's like a screenshot of your item that you sold, which is pretty cool. And they have it as a live, what does it say? Live screenshot or something like that they call it, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, I love it. Very easy to run, easy to do. And once you get your labels, you just like Posh, you just print your labels and go, pack and go. One thing I don't like though is I had everything with the weight and the dimensions of what it would be, and when somebody bought multiples, it didn't add up correctly, so I had to change that correctly. But other than that, that was it. I really enjoy Whatnot as a buyer. Okay. And it is easy, yeah. And I love it. There's a lot of pros and cons about all of it, but between that and the chat, at least with Whatnot, you can start it on any computer. You don't have to start it on your phone. But with Posh, you have to start it on your phone. And one of the things I like about Whatnot is when you're done, as long as you set up your show for your show to be on a replay, make sure you set that toggle up when you're setting your show up to put it as a replay so that others can go back and still buy from your show of what you had listed. But you got to make sure you have it on replay. And then again, you can also move it to your Whatnot marketplace. Let's see. We have been enjoying our Whatnot sales. Love the fact that we can play music. Yes, I love the idea we can play music too. Yes. Pending restart. Good morning, Mark and Mike. I'm not sure what that means. Ping restart. But yeah, Whatnot is really easy. And then again, you can still use multiple platforms, but you don't have to worry about whatever one you start with is the one you want to make sure you do your showing of items. But you can also have other platforms open on other devices. Hello, good morning, and welcome, Barry. How are you doing? Good to see you, sir. Pending. Something's pending. I'm not sure what's pending. Did I miss something before that? Nope. But yeah, once you get started with whatnot, it's just a matter of getting a set time and date and be consistent with it. So I'm trying to figure out a good date. But I'm going to try Tuesday this week coming up, which I got to set up. Because it's a new channel, Jennifer. Yeah, I know. I see it. Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, he came in with a different channel now. That's why. Well, I knew he changed his channel name, but I think this is the first time he's here since he changed it, I think. Who's David? Oh, no one. I see. I have a new channel. That's why I'm not blue. I deleted the other channel. My channel. Wait, what? I have a new channel. I'm not blue. I deleted the other channel. My channel now is Lighthouse and Relaxing Music. Okay. Are you still doing the drones? All right, Johnny, your like StreamYard is giving me a 404 error. What you mean? On the link at the top? Let me undo it and redo it. Unpin. Let's try this. I don't know what happened there. All right, let's try this and see if this works. All right, let's see if that one works. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Dawn. Hello, Donna. Good morning. Hello and welcome. Oh, that's all right, Dawn. I don't know what happened there. Let's see. I'm still doing the drones. Peaceful and smooth drone footages and Lighthouse. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could happen. Let's see here. So are you doing a lot of the lighthouses in the New England area? I know we went to one. What was it in Rhode Island? It was really pretty over there. Went to an antique mall that used to be a carpet manufacturing company. Well, I guess it works now because she's here.
Yeah.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, it was like 404 error. I'm like, what the heck, man?
Yes, Glenn, as of Monday, I started at 8. Yes.
What the heck?
I don't know. I copied it and did what I usually do, but I guess I did something wrong.
That's okay. Well, that might be why nobody showed up.
That could be why.
You're
the first one to tell me the arrow.
Leave it
So
to
there we
me.
go.
Leave it to me. There you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Whatnot is fun. I didn't know it was Whatnot Wednesday, but hey, I'm here. How are you feeling? Okay? You sound a little.
Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah. The last night I went to bed, I wasn't feeling well. My sinuses were leaking, dripping. So I already started taking my medicine, doing the hot tea and honey, and my special hot tea and honey with the little extra in it. You know what I'm saying?
Post nasal drip is no fun.
Yeah, and I only get it around this time of year. Usually it's in the summer, but that's the first time I got it in a while. So yeah. So I'm trying to nip it in the bud because Robin's been sick all week since last week when he got back from Pensacola.
It's a time of the season, I think. Just the way it
all
is.
New England lighthouses, yes. I've been all states so far except in Vermont. 20. I just hit 20K on my Facebook page. Awesome. So yeah, again, there was some questions asking. Ella was asking in reference to how do you get paid through Whatnot, and I explained how you have to wait till the date of delivery, 3 days after it's been physically delivered to the address.
Yep. Yep. That's exactly how it works.
Hot tea and honey with a little bit of brandy is great. And that's what I did last night too, and it was good.
The brandy helps, I'm sure.
Yeah, and I did that right after my live last night. I said, okay, I gotta go get some specialty. Gotta go do my specialty, and I sure did.
Oh yeah. Well, good.
But I use a hot. It's chai tea, but it's also the one I use is a mint, with spicy chai honey.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now I can read the chat. I couldn't read the chat.
So those that may not know, you're live on Whatnot. You're doing yours every Tuesday with you and Mary doing the music on Tuesdays at 7:00. That's why I was talking in reference to maybe doing it like you and I talked about. So I was going to do Whatnot before, give it about an hour and a half to 2 hours before your show, and then raid your show. Which I figured out how to add that to the end of my show. But yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that's cool. That's the nice thing about that kind of thing. But yeah, you don't want to go after us because it'd be way too late for you.
Yeah. That's what I think. Hello, good morning, and welcome. And Deborah, hello, good morning, and welcome. Vintage and Victoria's not doing morning show streams anymore. No, she's not doing her morning show. She's now at night at 10:00.
She became a night owl.
Yes. Last Thursday, she did a live to mention that it's no longer going to be on morning shows. She canceled last Friday, and now she's doing her shows at, I think it's 10:00 at night. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's every day, but I know she's starting because when I wake up in the morning, I usually see her thumbnails on the YouTube page. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Larry, last Friday was Larry's last morning show for now.
Wow.
All right. Yeah. So on Whatnot, what is it you do or don't like about Whatnot? Is there anything that we need to know about?
Last couple streams we've had some glitches. As you know, 2 weeks ago it just wouldn't work for us at all on the computer. I'm not sure what the problem was. It might have been because I had to reset my computer and stuff. So that I'll give them that. Last night we had it popped up. We did one item. The first items, I think, we went through the auction process. And then the second one she tried to pull up and it wouldn't let her start the auction. So we had to literally refresh the page to make it work. But other than that, not a lot of complaints. It's
what's going on?
If you're doing it on your phone, it's a little different than doing it on the computer. I get that because it's more of an app, and I think the computer part of it was an afterthought for them. But I do like the interaction, like in the chat, like we have here, right? So you get to talk to people while you're doing your thing, and people can request stuff, which is nice. So if you've got something, you can pretty quickly. We're still learning, of course, but you can pretty quickly on the fly set up to list an item, just with a very basic description, and then get it in there if somebody requests something that you have in the back or whatever. So it's cool. We enjoy it. We're having fun with it.
And what I like about Whatnot too is you don't have a set limit. You can put as many as you want, not only in your auction style, but also in your buy it now column as well.
Yep. It does catalog them a bit after they get, if you get a huge list, but still, we rotate stuff out. Like we rotated stuff out. We had a whole bunch in our buy it nows because we did a bunch of shows, and then we went and did that record show. So we pulled them all out of there, and it's really easy to just cancel them out of the buy it now, and then you can go back and just turn them back on if you want to.
Good to see you. Welcome. That's what I said, I think. And also Rachel, hello, good morning and welcome. And Crossing Over Paranormal, hello, good morning and welcome.
Welcome, guys.
I don't remember your name. Somebody said your name yesterday, and I'm not going to say it because I don't remember it. So I'm sorry.
Rather than massacre it, yeah.
I know somebody said his name yesterday, their name, and I forgot. So with Whatnot, though, what I like too is when you're adding, and this is my question because I see this happen in some of the other chats on Whatnot. I see, for example, they have one listing, and it says 50 to 100. How does that work if you're going to use that same one for that amount in that one lot or for whatever you have listed in that one block?
I'm not sure how they're doing that. We don't do it. We have an individual listing for each item. And I like to do that because for what we do anyway, we're dealing with different items with different conditions. They're all used items, right? Yeah. We don't sell anything new or sealed or whatever. So I like to get out there a little ahead of time, the condition. So I'm listing detail as much as possible with the condition the labels are in, what it play grades at, you know, what year it's from, who the artist is, what the songs are, all that stuff goes on ours. And I've been a little remiss on doing the getting that stuff out there like a week in advance. We're finally starting to get those shows set up and scheduled and then get them loaded in so people can go and kind of look at it and see if there's something they'd be interested in that day and then show up versus waiting until the day of. And I think that's going to be a key for helping too. But I'm not sure how they're doing that unless it just cumulatively adds on. That is a bulk listing. Yeah. Set up for tonight. Oh, you guys, that's what they set up for tonight's auction, says Tommy.
Well, let's see.
First
that is
10.
bulk listing. That's what we did.
And the rest on the fly. Yeah.
We listed the first 10 and the rest will be on the fly. So that's what I'm wondering because Brandon, Lego Man of the Midwest, I know he changed his freaking name again. It used to be Lego Man of the Midwest.
Midwest area, something. Brandon.
I forgot his name, but anyway,
you remember Brandon.
He does that with everything he does in his shows, and I could never understand how he's doing it because he'll have like 1 through 100, and then it's all say $3, and then 100 to 150 is all, and he does that a lot throughout the whole of his show. Yeah. And I just don't understand why and how he does that to where you're going to list it as you go. So I'm not sure how that works. But I do
watch Tommy tonight and find out.
And what I like about it too, you can also turn into the description of more details about that item, which I like.
Heartland Picker, that was
Heartland Picker, that's it.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yes, we're talking about whatnot.
Yeah.
Yep, whatnot. Pam, hello, good morning, and welcome, Heartland. Yep, Heartland. Yep, that's him. I don't know why I had to draw.
I'm glad we have a community of brain here because I forget stuff all the time, so don't feel bad.
So we list the first 10 and the rest is on the fly. Are you typing in what it is on each one or how are you doing that? I'm curious. I can put some clothing on and some explain if you...
Don't worry about the clothes, Tommy. Just come on down.
Anywho, I know I see a lot. I do watch a lot of different shows to get an idea of what people are doing. And that was my only main question is how does that work if you keep pulling the same bundle up, but you're doing a different item through that bundle? So I see that a lot of Posh too. So I don't know how that's going.
Tommy's getting dressed right now.
Okay.
But again, you're welcome. You know, as long as you're not obscene, we don't mind if you're not wearing a shirt or something, Tommy. That's okay.
We're in the morning for that. I need to get help. Wait, what? I need help getting back on. I have been
running it from a tablet. Okay.
I don't like running anything like that on a tablet or a phone. Now again, with Posh you have to.
Yeah.
But I just use Posh for the setup I have above here, and I just put my phone there to use it because that's how you have to go live on Posh.
Yeah.
But I run everything else on the computer, so yeah. I don't know. I just don't like doing that kind of stuff.
I like computers better than phones or tablets because I like the bigger screen, number one. I don't want to hit anything by accident with my fingers because that happens. But
exactly.
And also for us, we do that split screen thing. And a lot of people don't, but we do. We have the turntable on the top and us on the bottom.
But on that, you have to use OBS, correct?
Yeah, and that we use OBS, but for that, you definitely have to have a computer.
Yeah.
That I'm aware anyway. I don't know if you can do OBS on your phone, but and the 2 cameras, and you can't do that on your phone for sure.
So another question I have is when you're running the auction, like when you're setting it all up and then you go to make it live to go for an auction, what are the benefits of the different time slots? Like for the, 15, 30, 45, I think all the 3 are longer.
Yeah, you can do anywhere from I think you can do like a 10-second auction up to a minute and a half or whatever, 2 minutes maybe. The benefit for us is we're running, say 15 records for an hour. We want to be on for an hour. We're running 15 records. For us to run it like 30 seconds or whatever would be kind of stupid because we're trying to play a good portion of it so you can hear it and hear the quality of it and whatever. For us, we do the minute 30 to play it. And if it doesn't sell, we'll turn it off and put on another one. But for people who are just holding stuff up, a quick, like say, pull this out. I'm selling this coaster. Okay. So you don't need to go into a lot of detail. You can go, okay, a 10-second auction on this. Nope. Okay. Nobody wants that. How about this Post-it note? And then go 10 seconds for that. So I think it depends on what you have and how much detail you have to go into as to how much time you want to give people to bid.
Right.
Right. So, and you can set that up when you go in, you hit that first auction, it'll ask you how long you want to run it for. And then every other auction you run after that will be at that time.
I've noticed that when I did my first one, I did go ahead and set the time on all of them. But when I went to go back to do my first live, it did ask me on the first one. And I just went ahead and went, I think 30 seconds, or it might have been 15.
And then everything else you did should have been 30 seconds after that.
Yeah, it did ask me again after. Right. Yeah.
But you can, and then of course you can change it if you need to. But.
All right. Deborah says, for jewelry, I have in the past done 100 pictures listing. And I also have done shows with no pictures and listings just to do numbers and pick randomly from the jewelry tray. I used the numbers.
Okay. That makes sense.
So Deborah, when you do that, do you just put 1 through 100 or whatever your numbers that you're using in your tray? Or you just go with the flow? Yeah. I was just curious on how that works.
I think with every item, it's going to be a little different. However, whatever stuff. If you're holding up clothing, right? You've got to be farther away from the camera. You've got to be, which is another reason phones are a pain sometimes for that. Because you're going to be way back here holding up an item.
She does, yes. Just did a one post, 1 to 100. Okay.
Yeah. And if you don't need a lot of detail, that makes sense. It really does.
Yeah. So I guess that would work on all. That would work on jewelry or anything, actually. Yeah,
as long as you have a price point in mind.
Especially if you keep it with all the same price. Deborah, is that how you doing it, with the same price?
Went to auction.
And
he's got a shirt on.
Yeah, I want to make sure before I bring him up. Yeah, he's got a shirt on. Okay.
You go, Tommy. Hey, buddy. Oh, you're muted.
Good morning. As we know, you are muted. And this has turned into the Whatnot Wednesday. Thank you, Jesus.
Oh, and he's gone. He didn't unmute himself. He dropped himself out.
He dropped himself out, yeah. Now it says not connected.
Bring yourself back in.
Device not connected.
Bring yourself back in, buddy.
And that's what it is. She does all the same price.
Yep.
So that'll be why it's probably easier that way.
It would be easier that way. And our stuff, like I said, our records they're different prices because they're different rarities. There's different condition, the whole 9 yards. So I like to load my stuff ahead of time, but I can see the draw of not having to do that and just kind of going real fast.
Okay, my next question is, when you're entering everything in the tray, what is the best way to do your show in order? Because when I did my first one, I sat there and entered everything that I wanted in order that I wanted it.
Yeah.
But when I went to start doing the finalization of everything, then it was completely out of order from what I put in it. So then I went back and put numbers. And the next thing you know, the numbers were not in order anymore. So what is the easiest way to put everything in the tray? And do you just follow it as it goes?
That's a damn good question. Dang good question. Let me pull up mine because that
was a headache on my first one. I was lost. Everything that I wanted to be in order was not in order.
It's a good question. Let me pull up if it's going to load for me.
All right, let's see.
There we go. All right, let me see.
I think says one of the Shakespeare's originals pencils is going for an auction, probably very screwed.
There he comes.
High-end sterling and gemstone sales. I load the prices in the pictures. All right, Tim, have a great day. Okay, he's back. He's got his mic on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The problem is I don't have enough USBs, so I'm constantly plugging and unplugging with printers and laser engravers and vinyl cutters, and I forgot to plug my mic in.
They make hubs for that, dude. You can buy hubs for that.
I got one yesterday. I just haven't hooked it up yet. I hooked it up just straight into the wall so I could charge our little Whatnot microphones.
Yeah, those are nice. Those are nice. So I can share my screen if you want. Let me
go ahead.
And bring up my show. Hold on a second. Share a window. That's what I want. That one.
We're talking in reference to how to put the listings in the tray.
So here's our show for next week. Okay. I've got if you can see here, I don't know how well it shows up on your screens, but my 15 products are listed in alphabetical order, believe it or not. But they're not, because of course it says 45 and then a squiggly, and it says like the first one and the second one. So it's A, L, there's animals, there's Belmonts. It's supposed to sort them that way alphabetically, but you said it didn't.
No, it didn't.
I don't know why yours didn't, but it always seems to do that. Once I've loaded the stuff and then reloaded it, or, go back into the page, it's in alphabetical order. Like Dick Clark, there's Howland, whatever.
Well, because mine wasn't, I figured, let me go put numbers in the front of it. Well, that didn't work either.
Tommy, have you been, but you don't preload stuff, do you, Tommy?
Well, he hasn't done one yet, have you?
Oh, I thought he did one previously.
Yeah, we've done like 3 auctions on Whatnot already. It was before you could save the replays though.
Yeah,
we had that option. So it's been a while. So a lot of stuff has changed, but we've done a bunch. So what we did like for tonight's auction is we preloaded like 10 of our shirts just so people get an idea of the style.
Yeah.
But then it was like, we're going to run them all. And we could preload, but we want to leave some mystery too.
Yeah.
So it's like we just did the bulk adding because they're all going to ship out the same weight, and we're going to start them at the same price. But how you preload is when you're loading and then it comes to your quantity, you just put in like a generic title. If you say you don't know exactly what you're running, you just put in a generic title and say, you have like tonight we have 65, 70 shirts, something like that.
Yeah.
And we just put for quantity available, we put 40 or 50, whatever it is. And then we know it's all going to be 4 to 7 ounces. So all we have to do now when the auction comes up, when Jasmine's going to be auctioned, is I just go in, I edit it real quick, and I'll just type in the title or whatever it is. So we know what it is when it sells, and then it prints out our shipping labels. We know what shirt it is. But that way, it's basically the same as adding it as you go, but it's a lot faster because all you got to do is edit the title. But when you put in like 50 available, you can list it as right underneath there. There's a little toggle that'll be list individually. Or if you don't click that, it's going to say that you have this one item and you have so many available this exact item. If you hit list individually, it's just going to create the different lot numbers and go right. So it'll create 60 different listings.
Yeah.
And Deborah says that she puts like A 101, B 102, C 103, etc. And then everything Adventure says you need to put a 0 before each number to make it list in order. Well, guess what? I did that 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and then 10. But what happened was everything that was in zeros went into 0, and then anything that I put with a 1 after that went into the 1s. And then as I was going in to add anything else, for example, like 31 went under the 1s or the 3s, and it separated everything. And I didn't know why that was happening. But I do know they do it and all about it, but it didn't do it for me. So I don't know what I did wrong. It was just a beginner's error, I guess. But I will figure it out for the next one. I know that.
It is supposed to go alphabetically and numerically.
And that's what threw me wrong.
So far ours has been good that way.
My next question, you see where you have your listing and they have the little yellow arrow up at the top, above, right? Come back down a little bit, right there.
Yeah.
Go up.
Oh, right here.
Yellow circle, yeah. Is that how you're going to go to the next item as you go on? Like when you are live, do you click on that to go to the next item in the tray?
Actually, we just kind of scroll up and down and click the items as we go, because sometimes we will go out of sequence.
Okay.
So, not always, but if I'm not happy with the fact that I've loaded 2 or 3 of the same artist, and I want to mix it up a little bit, we'll just go scroll around and find what we're looking for, and then click that one and go to that next one. Rather than hitting that arrow.
It says put a 0, then 31 before. Okay. Well, I'm going to figure it out for the next one. Trust me, it's going to be a lot different. So my question now is, I know you have so many in your, and this was brought up to my attention because on my first show, My mistake was I only had 2 buy it nows.
Oh,
So what is the thought of doing buy it nows in the auction, and does that automatically get sold? From what I understand, it just gets sold automatically. They can buy it directly from that column, correct?
right. Yeah. So this is the buy it nows we have. And what we do every week is if it doesn't sell, so like this is the orders from last night. These are the ones that didn't sell. And Mary will go in and switch them over to the buy it now. So every week, the stuff that doesn't sell at that auction goes over to buy it now. So you can see we've got a lot in there already. And this is just from the last, when we did the record show, we pulled everything out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just from the last 3 auctions. So yeah, and we pull them right into buy it now. Like today, she'll do it.
And how long do you leave it in the buy it now segment, or do you ever transfer it to your marketplace store?
She'll transfer eventually when we get up to a certain amount, and I let her decide what that is, just to unclutter it a little bit. But yeah, usually it goes in, and people have bought. I mean, we've been in a live auction, and people have popped over to buy it now and bought stuff from the buy it now as well. And yeah, it's just an instant sale. They just buy it at that price.
I know that threw me off when I had a seller come in and it was nothing that I was showing in the tray.
Yeah.
Then I realized what it was. It was from the buy it nows. I only had 2, but somebody told me you should have had more because I would have bought more. Because I like to buy it now instead of waiting, because I don't have time to sit through the whole auction.
So it works for us just to bring over the items every week from our sale. That way they can go back and look at the show now. Thank you, whatnot, and listen to it. At least the minute 30 of what we play of it.
Right.
And determine if it's something they want to buy or not. But yeah, we just keep pulling them over. So I don't take anything out of that until we need to, like the record show, we had to pull everything out and take it with us. I didn't want to sell anything while I was there and sell it at the record show. But yeah, we just keep.
And so is that when you
there.
put it into inactive?
We could have, and I think that's what she did with the record show stuff. But yeah, it's no longer available for them to purchase on whatnot at that time. But we can pull them back in. And
All right, go ahead.
If they go into your buy it now during your auction, and you buy something from your buy it now, does that bundle it in with whatever as far as shipping that they buy in the auction? Does it?
It should go in. Yeah, it should be a part of that person. Like this person bought a buy it now and they bought something from the auction, right? They usually will combine shipping on those per the weight.
Yeah, when I had my first sale, somebody bought from the actual auction portion I had going on, and they bought from the buy it now collection. And after the show was over, I had everything in one package deal with that person.
Now remember, they're still going to have 2 transaction fees.
Correct.
You're still going to have 2 transaction fees.
Right.
Yeah. But
yeah, I knew that, but it was just a matter of, oh wait, where did this come from? Oh wait, that's right, I have to buy it now. So
yeah, we've been in the middle of an auction and something will pop up sold, but it's not that item. And you're like,
yeah, it's like, wait, what's going on? Yeah,
but yeah,
I like that though. So I am
too.
using the camera on. Wait, so I am use the camera.
Yep.
Have the camera and then the table on the run show. The show. Okay.
Now that's what we're doing tonight. Like we're using one of my old iPhones as the actual whatnot camera, and then I have the laptop set up behind the scenes where once we go through the ones that we already have pre-listed, as she grabs them, I'll just go in and do that title edit and actually start the auction for her. So she just got to focus on being her.
And that's what I like about it. Whatever you start the actual show on is where you got to show the items on that camera.
Yep.
And everything else anywhere else.
We had issues because we were going to run a dual camera setup on our computer. One or not a dual camera. Have the camera, use our laptop, have the camera facing her while I did all the work on the computer.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it didn't always want to engage the camera on the computer.
Tell them what
OBS?
No, just straight off the compuure camera.
That's why.
With a 2-camera setup, I've had multiple times, especially if I've got like 2 Logitech cameras for some reason. Their Windows or whatever has a hard time recognizing 2 cameras at the same time. So we use OBS. I can go into that, position the cameras, and define the cameras that I'm going to use, and it pretty much pulls it up every time. I've rarely had a problem with OBS not pulling in both cameras and a multiple. I've got a microphone here. I've got the sound card running on the computer with a turntable going through it. So like if you want to have 2 mics instead, you would want to like use OBS and then load the virtual, what is that? Virtual audio? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who is this kid?
I don't know. I know he's always in the chat. So I'm not sure.
So there you go.
And I do not, and then the name on the account is not matching the name in the list.
Yeah. So you're going to have to turn your camera on, buddy.
That's right.
So yeah, you can, with OBS, it's a lot easier to get multiple cameras for us. And then just because for whatever reason, like it's happening to you, Tommy, you'll get one camera recognized, but not the other one, or vice versa. It's just a pain in the butt. So
yeah, it's been a pain trying to do it. Even when we did a single camera off the laptop, right? We would, we'd go in early and just make sure everything's working, right?
Yeah.
And then not end the show, but just leave it. We'd go in like a half hour before, just to make sure, and just leave it. And then when we go back in the show and try to start the show, then the camera just comes up with a gray screen.
Yeah.
So we were like, screw it. I have an iPhone 6 that we're just going to use as the dedicated camera. And then we got the little doohickey thing that plugs into the bottom of the phone so we can run the 2 little mics. So she's got a mic and the sound stays consistent no matter how close.
Yeah, which is nice. Which is nice. Yeah.
And the reason I just branded that name in the chat, when I went to put to see who the actual channel is, it was not the same channel as what's in the chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were using somebody else's channel name. It wasn't their real channel name. So be careful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love doing that from the StreamYard because it automatically puts it in my YouTube.
Handy.
So let me ask you this, Tommy, when we were talking in reference to the a couple of things when you were in the chat. When you're listing the listings in your items, are you doing like the very first few and then you're going to type in as you go, or how are you going to be doing that?
Right. Yeah. What we're going to do is at this point, as we run and fine tune it, but at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to do like just list the first 10 to 15 items just to give people an idea of what type of stuff is going to be there. But we also want, and we were advised this by somebody that's doing really, really good on it, to leave mystery in your items as well. So especially with like with graphic tees, you don't want to go show all your tees because they're just going to look through it and be like, nah, there's nothing I want. Versus if you can get them in there to see what's coming up, you might get an impulse buys. That's what's working, So, and we're going to do the 15-second auctions. We're going to play with the sudden death or the soft close. I guess it'll probably depend on the item.
Good. Yeah, I mean,
Dawn, isn't the one where if you don't do sudden death, where it automatically gives it a soft close, where if somebody's bidding, it gives them an extra 10 seconds?
Yeah, you get a soft close on your auctions. So if somebody's bidding, 2 people are bidding against each other, they've got so many seconds it'll pad the time basically, and they've got so many seconds to bring another bid in. So I like a soft close on an auction most of the time. But there is points when you want to just do a sudden death, and like you better get in by this time or it's gone.
Right.
So, yeah.
And we want to run, our goal is to run a quick auction. We have everything like the shirt, they're all lined up, they're ready to go, so she can just grab and show. Because I personally don't like the auctions where it's like 5 minutes in between each item. I don't like the auctions where people will be like, well, okay, I got this cup and I got this lighter and I got this microphone. If you want me to run it, let me know. Just grab it and run it. It's either going to sell or it's not. You're going to wait 5-10 minutes for somebody to tell you what to run when you could have ran 20 items, And I go into auctions and I leave them. I give it 2 minutes, and if they don't have one item ran in those 2 minutes, I'm out, because I'm looking to spend some money and I don't want to sit there for an hour for you to maybe run 4 or 5 items. I hate those. I'm going to show you all my inventory first. No, just grab grab it and run it, you know?
Yep.
So that's pretty much what we're going to be on.
Yeah, that's annoying. It's like, see all this stuff behind me? If you see anything you want, let me know and I'll run it. You know, you're like, good God, no. Yeah, that's not my style either. I don't like
and
that.
then, you know, so if you say, yeah, go ahead and run your bear or whatever that is behind you. Now, if you started too high, I kind of feel obligated to have to put the first bid in because I told you to run it. You know?
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna run this. Anybody want to? Okay, we'll run it, and then it's $100. Yeah, no.
I enjoy that too because you can run it as you go, and just get the next one. Okay, this is what I have, and then what I have done on my very first one, I find work because then I gave the description of the item I'm bringing up, any flaws or any good whatever it's about. Then I hit the start.
Yeah.
Once it's done, my next one's coming up. I just pretty much went right through it. I had 66 listed, 2 buy nows, and I did that in 2 hours. And that's constantly one after another. Unless somebody was looking for something in particular and they said, can I see this number? And then I'll bring it up because it was in the descriptions.
I'm going to mute once in a while because somebody's vacuuming upstairs.
Oh, okay.
You hear this? Yeah, there you go.
See, Jaslyn just watched this 18-year-old gal that Daily Refinement interviewed the other day. So she got inspired, you know. And then so we watched some of her whatnot last night just so Jaslyn can get a feel on how she does it. She did 250 items in 2 hours.
Wow.
You know, I mean, she burns through it.
Well, for me, that was my very first auction. I was trying to learn the platform, and it's not easy doing your first one by yourself. It's a lot to learn, but again,
I agree. It would be. It's
I believe the more you do it, the more it's going to come to you, and you'll learn it. But it's a lot to do on your first time.
Yeah, and we're talking about we want to do quick auctions. We have a few people that we kind of want to model after. We know we're not going to be that. Probably our first 10 auctions, you know, but as we get better, you know, and I'm doing it with Jasmine Help. She's really excited about the whatnot thing. That she loves the camera to start with, you know.
She always did.
And she's got the personality for it. I think she'd do way better on whatnot than I would, just because she is way more outgoing and comical. You know, she's entertaining. I'd get on there and be like, all right, we're running this phone. Here it is, iPhone 11, blah, 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 boom, run it. Where she's going to make it fun, you know. So I think she's a better fit for it. So I'm like, yeah, go ahead. We got tons of inventory. So let's blow it out.
There you go.
We're going to start out, obviously, with our lower end inventory so we can just get the following, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
and don't give away the store, as they say. Don't start stuff at $1 if it's worth 10.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, we have stuff that we are going to start at $1 because it's one step away from the thrift store. So if we make 40 cents on it, that's fine, you know.
Yeah.
But a lot of the shirts tonight, they're pretty cool graphics. They're not real expensive. They're not your $150 band tees that everybody's after. They just got cute graphics. There's Smurf graphics. There's Mario Brothers and all of that. So they're all starting. I don't think we have one starting at more than $3. You know, we have a few $1, a few $2, and she's even got shirts that she's like, oh my God, I hope it don't sell. I want to keep it.
You got to build up your clientele. You got to build up the following. So
and we're gonna play in a variety. Like, we're not gonna niche down because we have so much different inventory. You know, we went and we propagated all these plants for the yard for the summer. Well, now we got to bring them in, and our house ain't big enough. So we got all these little propagated, well-rooted starters that, you know, they do real good on Etsy. I've watched plant sales on whatnot, and they actually do well. So we're going to give that a whirl. Johnny, we're still working. I told Des, we got to get this 100 pounds of jewelry out of here. We've been sitting on it. It's got to go, you know. So we're going to blow that out on whatnot. We got boxes of plush and we just picked up a bunch of Sheen clothing. It's pre-owned, but the lady that had it took immaculate care of it. If you'd put a tag on it, you wouldn't know it was pre-owned.
Wow.
So we got
Beauty wants to know, what is your whatnot name?
The Bargain Effect. I can drop the link.
And Jennifer just dropped Thrifting Adventures Whatnot link. I didn't know that, but I'm now following you on Whatnot.
So
and there it is, Rachel.
And then we have the t-shirt auction after Jaslyn gets up, which she'll do once I get off of here. Then we're going to get downstairs. We're going to get the plushie one listed. We're going to get the Sheen auction listed. We're going to get the plant auction listed. And then we're going to do the jewelry one. So we have like 5 auctions that we're going to
thank you, Paul. I just realized it was you that was putting it in the chat.
Yeah, that was me, but they were right above my head and I couldn't just say it. So I just stuck it in there. And I haven't got YouTube up right now. So it's like, oh, I'll put it in here. And it turns out to be you.
Like, wait, why? I didn't type that in there.
Here, I got a question. I'd like the opinion of the chat on this one because I'm impartial. Now I understand, but you got to play music. That's what you're selling is music. But for all the other auctions, how do you feel about the background music?
Well, I'm one of those people who like to have nice, clear, concise sound. I'm not a fan of like when you're driving the radio station's fading. I've got to change it when that happens because that annoys me. So like playing your music through your microphone, I don't like it at all. It sounds tinny. It sounds like they're running it through a tin can. And it distracts and detracts from, I think, the quality of your sale. So I'm against it.
Right.
Me personally.
I actually left an auction night before. They had a good personality.
Mm-hmm.
They had great items. The stuff was going cheap. But I left the auction because the music was very tinny and it had that warbly, wavy sound. It kept like coming in and out and just sounded like it was coming through an underwater tube or something at times. And I was like, I can't handle it. You know, the auction's great. If they'd turn off the music, it'd be fabulous. But you know, we're gonna do some music very quietly in the background.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically for Jaslyn, just to relax and get it.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll even put an earbud in.
Because I use my Alexa and basically I asked the chat, is it too loud? Is it too low? Is it good music? Do you like this? And everybody kept saying, I like it. It's perfect. Or it was too loud. Please lower it a little bit. Or I can't hear it. Raise it up. But once it was, because it's not too close to me, but it's close enough that you can still hear it. Right. Now I have the volume set to where if I do it on either Whatnot or Posh, I just say play whatever, and then it's in a perfect location. And have that dead air time.
Monitor it. I mean, if you're on your computer, you've got a phone. You may have a second phone or a tablet or something you can monitor. Go to the stream and just kind of check out and see how it sounds.
Yeah.
Right? Or play back a show you did. If you did it with music on, go play it back and check it out and find out how it sounded. If it's bothering you, it probably bothers somebody.
Right.
So
all right, Rachel says, I have different categories. What do you suggest? Like I bought out a jewelry boutique, but I also have vintage toys.
So what is her question? We're going to run all kinds of different categories. We're going to be under jewelry. We're going to be under women's contemporary fashion. We're going to be under plants. We're going to be under toys with plush. I mean, just what we're doing though is we're breaking it down into those categories. We don't want to do what you find under the estate sales where here's a sweater and then here's a blender, you know. We may have some of those and
here's a blender sweater. Yeah, there you go.
Right. You know, we may have like an estate style auction if we get to a point where, okay, we have all these overruns that didn't sell. Let's mix them up and sell them in estate style or whatever. But if you have enough of one thing, I would run them under the separate categories.
Exactly. Lilith says, as a buyer, it doesn't matter to me as long as it's not too loud. Now, Thrifting Adventure, this is a great question. And I already have my opinion on this one. And I left a lot of auctions because of this. How do you feel about swearing on Whatnot? One was said the F word every other sentence.
I hate it. I just had a conversation. I just had a conversation with Destiny about it. And it was like, okay, YouTube don't like it if you swear.
Right.
You can slide it in there every once in a while. But you can't be dominantly swearing. And it's like people get on Whatnot and be like, oh, they allow you to swear, so let's just go crazy. And to me, it's a turnoff. Just as like with the music, I've left auctions. Now, I listen to rap music. I like hardcore rap music. But if I go into a whatnot and they're playing hardcore rap music with swearing, it turns me off. I don't find it professional. I think it's very uncool. I play clean radio cut edit club music if that's your thing, but I don't like the swearing, whether it's in the music, it's the person itself, and especially if it's in an abundance. It's a turnoff.
Yeah, just like talking to people, right? When you're in a conversation with somebody, or if you're at a party and they come up and every other word is the F word or whatever, you're like, well, nice to meet you. I'm out of here. But so I don't know, maybe they're trying to draw from that audience. I have no idea. But
yeah, that's not for me either. I just don't stay. All right, Rachel says, so would you just have one show per category? I would say yeah.
Yeah, it's like I say, as long as you have enough, I wouldn't if you have 9 plush, I probably wouldn't want to run an auction just on the 9 plush. I wouldn't. Yeah. But if you have enough to run, say, at least 25 items of one particular category, I would separate it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a good point. I swear in real life, but it's unprofessional in business. And it's just like you running a business when you're doing an online auction, whether it's whatnot, Posh, YouTube, or whatever. But if that's the kind of audience you want, you may want to think about it somewhere else. That's just me.
On that point too, Tommy, is I would do it as well by category, depending on, of course, how many of everything you have. But I would also set up, I would pre-schedule every one of those different categories, because you're trying to draw from the audience who's interested in that item or that particular type of item. So the jewelry buyer is probably not going to come in for the plush sale. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, but you've got it all out there on your page. So it's pre-scheduled, and make sure your thumbnails do describe what you're selling on that particular sale. So okay, so we're going to do 45s this time, or maybe we'll do LPs over here. Maybe we'll do plush, but we're going to definitely have a thumbnail that shows you right away by just looking at it that that's plush. That day will be plush. This day will be jewelry, whatever.
Right, exactly. And I agree. And that's why we did, so when we did ours, we did the thumbnail, as you can see, if you looked at it, with Jaslyn holding a bunch of t-shirts. Mm-hmm. Then we also did, if you click into the video, it kind of shows like a reel preview. Yeah, you're just kind of sliding through the hangers. And that's also why we're going to list always like the 10 first items. So they see, yes, this is a plush auction. This is a t-shirt auction. That's what it's all about.
So when you do the little intro clip, that's what you're going to add to the beginning for them to see while waiting for the live to go on? Is that how you do that?
Yeah, and it's real short. I think it's like 10 seconds long, so it'll just continue to loop. One thing we also learned, because Johnny, you know me, I got to research everything before I jump into it. So what we also learned, and what we shouldn't have did, is use the thumbnail picture. Now you can't take it out. I can't delete the thumbnail. I can change it, but I can't delete it once it's in there for some reason. The video. Yeah. Because if you use the video, you can take that video. Now, if you go and share your whatnot thumbnail on Twitter and Instagram and whatever, you can just share the video, and it's only going to go show to your followers. But if you use the video, you can upload that video to TikTok, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and that goes out to everybody. So you're going to gain a lot more followers by doing that.
Okay, you said you couldn't change the thumbnail. Are you talking about for the upcoming video, the upcoming live tonight?
You can't switch it from a thumbnail to a video, is what he means.
I have a video and a thumbnail in there. I can't delete the thumbnail. So the video. So like when you go to my upcoming lives, you see the thumbnail, but it should be the video. Is how I want it.
Yeah, but he loaded the thumbnail first, and that's
I loaded the thumbnail first. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you'll see the next time. You'll see all my thumbnails will actually be moving.
Another question: what do you think about garage sale category?
I think it has its place. I mean, I watch them. They're that's like under, I think, what is it, estate sale?
Yeah, similar. Yeah.
You know, and that's great for the people that are buying storage units. And I see a lot of people that actually go to the unit and whatnot right out of the unit. That's great. If you don't really know what you have, or you have just a little bit of everything, in that category, because that's a variety auction. Some people want a variety auction.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now I've watched some channels where they're actually at a garage sale doing a whatnot auction. That was pretty cool, but I don't know how they can do it. But yeah, or they're at an estate sale and they were actually live on a whatnot and an estate sale.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool too. But yeah, I don't know about that. That's
And
a lot of work.
it does have its place.
It does.
I can't say his name. There's a guy on the weekends. He goes live from the flea market in Chicago. Ismail or something like that.
Yeah.
And
it
it would be great because there's things that he sees that it's like, dude, if you would auction that right now, I'd probably buy it, you know, because he's there.
He's always live.
I have no way to get it, but he's right there. He could sell it live right there, and he can do that on YouTube. He can do it on whatnot.
I'm a reseller. He's on YouTube as well, but yeah, he does that a lot.
You know,
at that flea market.
What better way to make money than to sell something before you even buy it?
Yep, exactly.
That's great.
Just be careful with shipping costs, though.
Yeah,
you would have to.
You got to enter that in there and be accurate, otherwise you're losing money. So
you would have to probably take a little skill with yourself, you know, just for the questionable things.
Some people can eyeball it, but dang, you got to be careful. Make
that's his name.
Mistake.
That's his screen name, and that's his real name, his live name. Yeah.
No.
Cool.
But I mean I think that's a great. But I think you could run a whole whatnot auction where people would be willing to wait. You know.
Yeah.
Sunday mornings, I'd watch a whatnot auction like that if somebody's walking through a flea market and.
Oh yeah.
You know, hey,
he does it every Saturday or Sunday. Well, also, I don't know if you remember Big Barn Auctions, JJ. He'll be at an estate sale and do the same thing, or he'll be at a thrift store, or there's a company that he does with estate sales that he goes to their location for their thrift store or a estate sale company they have as like a warehouse, and he'll go through it and show it and wind up selling it right there on the spot on YouTube. He's done that a lot too.
You know who I think has a great business model on whatnot is Flip the World, Froggy Flips.
Mm-hmm.
He's live at the bins selling. So he doesn't buy anything that hasn't sold on whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, how we used to go to a local auction and people used to get mad because you could go in like up to 3 hours earlier and preview everything.
Yeah.
And this guy would get up, do that, and he'd get on the phone and he'd be like, we have this, that, blah, blah, blah. What are you willing to pay? People would get mad at him because he had buyers before the auction even started. So he knew what he could bid up to. And I'm like, you're hating on the guy because he runs good business, you know?
Yeah.
I watched him for the first time, not realizing it was him. And I already watched his YouTube channel, but I'm right here watching it. And it's like, wait a minute, I know this voice, not realizing it was him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they do that. Big dollar auctions like Christie's and stuff. You have pre-bidders. You have people on the phone bidding. Yeah. What's the problem? I don't understand what the issue is. People get pissed about that, but hey.
People get mad because they don't have the buyers to call.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, he does really well.
Yeah.
Hello, Daz. Good morning. Hello and welcome.
You can't hate on people because they do well. I mean, you just got to figure out how they're doing it and then step your game up, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're on Whatnot, go ahead and drop your links in the chat so that everybody can follow you, especially if you have a show coming up. Make sure you drop your links for your Whatnot so that we can go ahead and follow you and tag you in to know that when you go live, you have the bookmark it.
A lot of hate comes from people just being jealous. You know, if I'm going to do YouTube, I'm not going to be mad at Johnny because he's got more followers, more subscribers, more people in his show than I do. I'm going to figure out why he does, and then I'm going to try to duplicate that and up my game.
Right.
I'm not going to get mad at him and say, hey, you should slow down your game so I can get bigger. No, I'm going to have to
stop doing that.
That means I got to get off my butt and put out more videos.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
Hello, Wings and a Prayer. How are you doing? Good to see you. So,
it's the same with reselling. You know, it's you got to up your game. Only you. The one thing that was told to me in reselling years ago, and it stuck with me. If you're reselling and you don't feel you're making enough money, only you can give yourself a raise. You got to hustle harder, hustle better, and follow through.
And that's just like any business. You got to try to see what works best. And if you have to change something, change it and see what works best. And once it starts working, keep doing it.
Me and Jaslyn talked, you know, she really is excited. She's very hyped up about the whatnot. And I told her, I said, the first few auctions are probably going to suck.
Yeah.
They're probably going to suck. So don't let it get you down. We built in the cost. We're not going to sell stuff at a loss.
Right.
I don't feel pressured to be a new whatnotter and I have to start everything at $1 so I can get followers. You know, I will start it at the bare minimum that we can afford to start it without taking a loss, even if we break even. But we have that built in. We're prepared for slow auctions. We're prepared for not big sales, and we're prepared to not make a lot of money. But that's the cost of doing business. And hopefully it turns it around and it'll pay off.
Yeah.
So right now,
your first auction, you want to make sure you have fun. Make sure you're enjoying it because that's how you're going to keep doing it. But just going in and expect everything to sell, it's just a false hope. And that's something you don't want to do.
Right.
Well, like with anything, it takes work and it takes time. Right.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to change things, to try new things, and definitely don't be stubborn.
Right.
It's like, I know damn well that this is worth this much money and you guys are going to buy it at that. No.
Well, one of the things too, and that's on any platform, and like when I did the onboarding, one of the things that the lady said that stuck out with me was, if you're going to start an auction, one, try not to start it too low, but start it at what you know you want, at least the least amount of what you want for that item.
Yeah.
That way, if you started at that price and it sells more, then you can be good with it because then it sold for more than what you expected or what you want out of it.
Yep.
So don't start it lower than what you want to make out of it.
And I think that's more important even when you're just getting started.
Yeah.
You know, when you become very good at whatnot and you have, I mean, we were watching people yesterday that have 30,000, 70,000 followers. They got 300 and some people in their auctions. It's less of a risk to start something at $1.
Oh yeah.
But when you have 7, 8, 10 people in your auction and you start something at $1, there's a good chance it's going to sell at $1. So, you know, you got to be prepared to let it go and not be upset if it sells for $1. You know, we are going to treat the same person, say tonight, that gets $1 t-shirt the same as the two people that bid it up and paid $25 for a t-shirt.
Yeah.
There's still a buyer. We still appreciate them all, you know.
And who knows that one buyer who bought something for $1 may also buy something for even higher than what you have in your trade. And so that gives them a nice little bundle.
You don't know.
And I've been turned off in whatnot auctions where I've seen how people treat low. If something goes low, they're unsatisfied with what it went for. They make it very clear they're unhappy.
I know, and I leave those.
It's like that is so unprofessional. Then why did you start it at that? If you're, I'm taking a loss on this, you guys are cheap, blah, blah, blah. That's your fault for starting it at a loss, you know?
Yeah.
And
don't be mad at the buyer for buying your shit at the price you put it up.
And they do get nasty. They do. And I've watched a couple of auctions where it's like, really? You're going to show your expressions and your mind about what you're going to have. And you're like, oh, you started at that price.
Right.
So start it at what you want, because I guarantee you're going to lose a lot of people following you if you keep having that kind of attitude in your auctions.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's on any auction, any platform.
I was going to say any auction, any platform. Exactly.
Yeah, any platform.
You see it on YouTube.
And I see that a lot on Posh too. With Posh, you'll have like, oh, I can't believe you're not buying this. It's cheap enough. And y'all, girl, please.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, not leave.
They're gonna like they're going to try to bully you into bidding more.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now you really got me to leave. You know, I'm not going to sit there and buy something because you feel bad because you're not selling anything.
Right. Okay, talk crap to me, I'll bid more. No, that's
Yeah, right. Ain't gonna happen. I leave those auctions. It's just not right. It's not professional.
Dan,
You know, again,
some of them, she says, they get nasty. Some of them,
yes.
nasty.
Oh, yes.
So,
And the thing about it is, at least thank them for giving the time to look at what you got. You know, at least do that. But no, they get downright nasty.
When you get on and do a live sale, you need to leave your cuss words, your political and religious views, and your attitude at the door. You know.
Yes.
Yes. It's a lot different selling on eBay and
business, baby. Yeah.
And marketplace and sitting behind your keyboard when you get that person that sends you a message and you can grump and groan behind the keyboard and then type them a nice message back because that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
But when you're live, you can't show that. It's just not good.
That's not professional.
There's some people that's just not made for live.
Right.
You know, they might have the greatest inventory. It might be fantastic inventory, but if you got a nasty personality, then that's just find somebody else to do your streams for you.
I'm going to say something, but I don't know how many people are going to agree with me on this one. I look at it this way. Would you talk to your parents that way? Probably not.
Exactly.
You'd probably get a backslap. So yeah, that's the way I look at it. Would you talk to your parents that way?
Would you talk to your mama that way? Yeah.
No, not me.
No.
No.
I mean, you just go in.
Don't do it.
You're trying to be a professional. Number one, there's just certain standards you have to bring yourself up to, even if you're not that way in real life. You know, just be polite, be kind. Don't cuss and swear and carry on, etc.
And you just don't know who's going to be in the chat that's wanting to look for that one specific item that you may have. And if you start doing that kind of stuff, they're going to leave. They're not going to buy from you.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Amen.
For sure.
And I know a lot of people look at Whatnot as a way as a reseller, to get a lot of great deals to resell, because that's what most people are on there for, to buy to resell. But there are some people who are there to buy as a collector. Yeah. So don't be afraid to put a little bit of higher price on some items. But again, put into the factor of how much you pay. What was your cost of the good before? Making sure you at least make something. You know, you don't want to just always be every item at your cost, because you're not going to make any money at all.
You know, for instance, we have a whole new outlook on our reselling part of it as well. We've been focusing on the decals for a long time, and they're doing good, but they're stable now. It's kind of just residual. It's just working, you know. So I'm gonna get back into what I like doing, which is the hustle of reselling. I love buying something for $2-3 and being able to sell it for 40. You know, that decals aren't my thrill. That's Destiny's thing. So awesome. So it was, I'm gonna get eBay going back up. Everything's gonna get listed on eBay, but now it's like Jasline's willing to sell it. She's got the personality. Pretty much everything's going to run through the auction. Then if it don't sell, we'll put it on eBay. I'll sell it cheaper at Whatnot because I can buy it today and sell it tonight on Whatnot. I'll take a lot less than if I put it on eBay and sell it in 90 days. You know, if I can
you can take those and move them into your buy it nows or the marketplace for Whatnot. But like Dawn was saying, they take and put theirs in their buy it now for the next show. That way you still have more built up into that buy it now, no matter what your category is. You'll have that list of buy it nows that way your next show, they can still come in and buy it at the buy it now price. And that way you can probably put it up a little bit higher because it's not going up for bid.
Right.
And that buy it now.
And plus, not only that though, it also, if they're watching and this item doesn't interest them that you got right now, right? You're selling it right now at auction. They can go over and check your buy it now, and maybe they'll see something that you had last week or the week before that they want, and then they might buy it. So it's nice, even when you're interacting with them live, they can still go through there and go over for whatever reason they're not interested in your item or whatever, and buy something that you had.
And what's great about it is that you can be in the middle of your show and you get a notification this sold. Yeah. It's like, wait, that's not what I'm showing. We'll kind of find out which one you buy it now. So yeah.
So how does that work? Because that's the part I don't understand and I didn't really research on. So okay, say we do this when we do this jewelry auction, and the pieces that don't sell, and we're going to start them at whatever, $2, right? But we know at a buy it now, we should probably be able to get $12 for a certain necklace, or whatever. So it started the auction at $1 or $2.
Okay.
When you move it to the buy it now, you have to go in and edit that price.
Yep.
Is that how it works?
You can do it.
Well, you
can
also
edit
have to change it from auction to buy now. So you do have to
Right.
change the category for your listing.
Right. So
right,
do
but
change
you
your
can
price?
edit it once it's over there too. You can edit it right on the fly if you
And
want
you have to change it from auction to buy it now.
Right, you change it from
Right.
auction. My assistant here.
That I understand.
But-
What do you change the price before or after you change it to buy it now?
It's all
It's all in the same
page and
edit.
everything.
It's all in the
Once you're
same
in
edit.
the edit,
So
yeah,
you-
once you're in the editing, you
Yeah.
have to hit the pencil to edit,
Mhm.
and you edit everything you want. Change it from auction style to buy now, and you can also change the price, and you can also add descriptions.
And
So when
Then
you
as
move
long
it-
as once you move it, then you have to hit live. Once you hit live, it'll go into either the buy it now category or the auction category.
right, depending on where you put it.
So you move your items individually, not like all at once.
You can bulk move, but you can't bulk edit. You wouldn't be able to bulk
That makes
edit
sense.
like that.
Right, that makes sense.
But
Okay.
yeah, you do it one at a time.
Basically, what
if you wanna change the
what I
price.
wanted to make sure is like, okay, if we're starting it all this jewelry at $1, but I know these pieces will sell if I'm going to sit on them, for
Right.
$12. I don't want to throw them in the buy it now for $1 and they're bought,
No, you can change the
or I
price.
can change my price.
But
Yeah.
also, Tommy, didn't you say you guys are just like you go in and put 1 through 10 items and here you go? Do you put pictures into those for each item? Probably not while you're running them live, right?
Now,
So,
no,
in the buy it now, you'd
we
want to have
don't we
pictures.
don't plan on doing that.
Mhm.
But I do see people that do it. I don't know if it's better to do that. I mean,
Well,
I'll
I mean, if you're going to move it to buy it now, I'd want a picture. I'd put a picture in, obviously, because
Right,
it's no
yeah,
longer
you put it
represented
right
on the
now.
screen.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even at auction, I'll see people that actually add the picture. They'll take a picture of it while they're adding it or whatever.
Right? Yeah.
So I don't know, like when we go in there after we go through our first 10 items tonight, if I should snap a picture and add it to the listing.
You can if you've got the
I have
time.
no
I
idea.
mean, if you're doing it live without a picture on the item number, say pops up, this auction is for this item, and you don't have a picture, I wouldn't add a picture probably until if you have to transfer it over to buy it now. Then you
Okay.
definitely want a picture, but you don't have to while you're
And a
listing
small
it.
Yeah,
description.
because they're seeing it and the title. will
They're
match
looking at
up. We'll know
they're
what it
looking
is.
at your what you're holding up, so they know what
And
it
like
is by that.
With Timeless Jewels by Deborah, she uses, when she does that 1 through 50, she
Mhm.
uses an actual number, 1 through 100. She's using her little number cards for that particular item during that round of those numbers. So she doesn't
Right.
have an actual picture. She's doing it with the number. And so she types it. You can, when you go to put something live, you can actually type it at that time and give it a number and a small
Right.
description and hit live. Then when you do that, it'll go into your tray with that item as a
Yeah.
trailer.
And look at it this way, Tommy. If you're doing a buy it now, think of it as like an eBay listing. You wouldn't sell an eBay listing without a picture. You want
Right.
to have because they have to go in and look
Right.
at it.
Yeah, I understand in the buy it now. I just didn't know, like, with the auction part.
Yeah.
If
Well, we
Yeah.
it would
we do
be-
pictures because I want people to see the label. And
Lilith's got a good point. Again, a lot. I hear a lot of people when they're on auctions and somebody buys something. One, they tell them to take a screenshot. So when they do that, you got the item in the screen, and your buy it now person who won the auction is at the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But a whatnot will send you a snapshot in your listing of what's sold, and then an actual screenshot of that item in that portion of the sale in your listings,
okay.
in your whatnot. So
Okay.
yeah, you'll get that picture.
Yeah,
But everybody
we-
does say, please take a screenshot. So yeah,
Yeah.
that can be for them.
Because we have the initial 10 listed with a photo.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's just we put in t-shirt and tops and whatever quantity we put in. So then, like, everyone, it's listed as t-shirt and tops number 1, t-shirt and
Yeah.
tops number 2,
Yeah.
And it did that automatically. But I do see that it didn't put those numbers exactly in order.
We had that conversation
Here we
earlier.
go again. 001 002. It's the only thing I can tell you.
Right, which it doesn't really matter to me, the t-shirt and top, I don't care, because it goes like 1, 10, 2, 5, 4, but it don't matter because I'm gonna, when we pack it, I'm just gonna pack it by its title, because I'll edit the title to say Care Bears t-shirt, because we only have
whatever you put, even if you're doing it as live and you're moving it from the 1 through 50, and you give it a label, say Elvis t-shirt. When you do that and it sells, it'll be in your label of titles of items that sold. Whether you give it a number or not, it'll say Elvis t-shirt sold to, and then whoever.
Yeah.
Now, if they buy multiples, it'll be a whole bundle deal for that one person. So that way,
you're saying that Whatnot is going to have a screenshot also
at the end when you go to do your buying items, when you do your labels, the columns you'll see in your selling hub, it'll say the item sold, the information in the very last column. You'll see it says what does it say, video clip or something like that in your description. It's gonna be the last little tab. When you click on it, it'll actually show you as the seller. It's a screenshot of that item. Like, say for example, you got this item in the screen, and at the bottom of the screen it says whoever won the auction. It'll be right across the bottom right here. That's gonna be a screenshot with who bought it right there at the bottom in your seller hub on that item, which is awesome. I didn't know that till I went to
we just want to make sure, like, right at the last second that auction ends, we hold up that shirt.
Correct. Try to hold it within your screen, so when it does take that shot, because there's one of them that I did a giveaway on, that is, you can see me moving it away, but I didn't hold it long enough. But you can still see the giveaway number that I had on my envelope. If, like, for example, if you do a giveaway, keep it in your view of the camera while you're running the giveaway at all times, so they don't see that you didn't change it. Or like in Dawn's channel, Dawn and Mary, they do a mystery. Whereas for me, I already had it in an envelope, and I had written on there giveaway number 1, giveaway number 2, and I left it in the screenshot the whole time. So that way, when it did win, the winner came up, whether it's an auction or not, it'll give that screenshot with who it is at the bottom who won.
And that's what's nice about the split screen too, is because the minute 30 is running on the record we're spinning, right? The record's spinning, so it's up on the top camera. And the minute it sells, the record's still there because we play it through the whole thing. So that it's nice to have 2 cameras, so you don't have to worry about it.
That says up here, she said she's a little nervous about doing the jewelry on Whatnot, but it should be fun. Remember that, like we were talking about, try to have some of your items that if you do research, especially like the marked sign pieces. I would suggest, this is my opinion, because that's what I'm going to do when I do my first jewelry auction, is have some of those in your buy it nows. Because one of the problems I had, that somebody took my feedback that they gave me, was you need to have more in your buy it now column, which I only had 2. But if I would have had more, because they didn't have the time to sit there through the whole auction that I did, they would have went through the buy now and see what I had, and probably would have bought more. So again, that was a great comeback and feedback for me. So will I do it more next time? Yeah, I will.
So Johnny, I'm going to have to sign off because I've got an appointment. But last thing I wanted to discuss was a couple of people made a comment about how tech savvy. It's easy if you're tech savvy. YouTube is a wonderful thing. I don't know everything. I learned everything that I was talking about by watching videos from people who have done it before me.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in getting into OBS and checking that out to split your camera or whatever, watch the videos. They'll tell you how to do it. The virtual microphone, loading that and getting it set up is pretty easy. It's just watching the right videos and figuring out how to do it. There's step-by-steps out there all over the place, so you can do it no problem. Yeah. So thank you, Johnny, but I got to go.
All right. And so we've had our Whatnot a Wednesday today. Thank you very much.
Oh, there you go. And I agree with you. I agree with you, Don. We were just talking. I don't remember who I was talking with. I think it was Jess's dad or something. You don't even need college nowadays. You got YouTube. You can learn how to anything you want to learn.
Exactly.
YouTube can teach you. You ain't going to get certifications through YouTube, but you can get the knowledge for your own personal.
Yep.
Exactly. And this is a great statement right here.
That's about it, right? Set expectations.
That's true. Be real. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes, right. Exactly, Jennifer. Well, thank you, Dawn. I'll see you at 1.
Thank you. See you. Yeah, the Wednesday. Let's do the hump day, baby. There you go.
That's right.
Bye, Tommy. Thanks again.
Bye-bye. Yep.
Bye.
Yep.
So yeah, if we keep doing the Whatnot Wednesdays again, like I want to, anybody who does it, if you want to share this out, they're more than welcome to come in when I drop the link in the chat, because that's what I would like to do. And that is so true, Tommy. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll come in on Wednesdays and at least share our previous week experience, because we're really new to it, and anything that we've learned or tweaked that we found.
And that's what I want to do about the Whatnot Wednesday again on Wednesdays, because a lot of people are still having that question, especially if they got approved or they're waiting to get approved and they want to know what's going on and how to run things. That's why I'm trying to get people who are on Whatnot that have more experience than others. And for me, I'm just starting out. So I only can give you what I learned on my first Whatnot auction. But the more I do it, the more I'll get used to it. But again, I still have questions for myself, so yeah. And
we should learn it pretty quick.
Did you do the studio, the college thing that they have for the classes? You can have it's 3 weeks long and Whatnot. I need to do
you're
that.
talking about that, like Whatnot Academy or whatever?
Yeah.
No, I kind of skimmed through it on major parts that I needed to know how to do. I will go through it in detail,
I need to.
Probably
Yeah.
step by step to learn everything. But we should learn it pretty quick, because, like I say, she wants to do 5 auctions a week. So we're going to get a lot of experience really quick.
All right, so if y'all not following Tommy or Whatnot, it's tonight at 4:55. There's the link. You can also hit the little it's a little tab at the top, like a little bookmarker, and you can click on that so you don't get so you can get your notification.
Yeah, we would appreciate, like I say, Jasmine's doing the auction. You don't have to look at this mug tonight. You get to look at my beautiful daughter, and she's doing the auction. She's got the personality. If anything, you don't have to come in and buy. Just come show her some support. I'd greatly appreciate it.
And that's one thing about the first auction. You want to have fun. You want to get people to know and have fun with you. Again, you want to sell something, but it may not happen. But yeah, you just have fun with it.
And if you come into the show tonight, just say hi. And I know most of the people in your chat, but I don't know everybody. So just say you're from Cajun Roots show. So
I'll be there. I'll be in there. I have it tabbed open too, just so I don't miss it.
Cool. Appreciate
so
that.
Just make a comment, hello, and again, have fun with it, and just as a support. Again, it's nice if you do purchase something. But
Jennifer dropped Rachel Strickland's link.
That's her YouTube channel.
That's where we went to learn how to do the bulk listing. She goes through it in detail, and she's got, I think it's like 5 to 7 videos that are strictly on a Whatnot from beginning to end. How to set it up, how to do your listings, how to ship, and she gives you a really good rundown, and they're short, to the point videos. You don't have to watch a 45-minute video. So very informative.
Yeah, I love watching her videos.
Very informative.
All right, everybody, well, it's getting to that time. The numbers are going down, and there's other shows going to come up. Now, also, don't forget tomorrow. Grandmas will not be here tomorrow, but Jeannie from the dumpster jumping beans, that's Jeannie and Mike. Jeannie will be here tomorrow when she can get here after the kids go up to school. She will be here tomorrow for the Q&A all about Poshmark. Grandma's we already made that arrangement last week, and so she should be here tomorrow. And yes, she does have a place which I need to go. Yeah, I need to watch it. And there's Jazz's auction link. But yeah, I need to go watch her playlist. I do watch her a lot, especially when she's got these short, and I love her attitude and her spirit and her upbeat. I love it. That's why I love this channel so much information. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to make sure we bring, again, I don't know. I'm still learning a lot when it comes to that Whatnot and Posh. So I got a lot to learn, and I don't mind watching other videos to learn more. It's just a matter of keep learning. Got to keep learning.
Right.
All right, everybody. So thank y'all very much for being here. Don't forget to check out Tommy's Whatnot tonight with Jazz. That's their daughter. She will be doing her first Whatnot auction tonight at 4:55. Make sure you hit the notification.
She has done one other auction. We were doing Amazon liquidation. She has done an auction, but this is going to be the first time she's actually going to be on camera, because this is where we're putting the product in front of the camera. So you're going to see her personality. You're just going to.
Right.
Everybody loves her.
And then you're going to be doing what other auctions coming up?
Okay, so tomorrow, and we're going to get these auctions set up here after the show shortly. Tomorrow, she's going to have a plushie auction. Then she's got a Sheen clothing auction coming up, a live plant auction. I don't know if the Sheen or the live plant's going to come first. And then I believe it's either going to be Sunday evening or Monday. I'm not sure which one Des wants to do. We're going to have the jewelry auction. So we have like 5 upcoming auctions after today.
So make sure you hit the notifications, and that way you can get all notifications, and just hit that little bookmark at the top, and that should get you. And make sure you follow.
So we'll have a category for everybody.
All right, everybody. Well, thank y'all very much for being here, and we do this every Monday through Friday at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow will be Q&A all about Posh. So I hope to see you there. And again, tomorrow that'll be with Jeannie. She'll be on the panel with me when she gets able to meet with us after the kids go off to school, the grandbabies. So as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. I didn't even press anything. My hands are up here. I know I'm up here and it's still pressing, and I don't know what was going on with that one. And as I say before I end each and every show, love always, love is always free. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat. Have a blessed and fabulous day. And until we meet again, later. Peace out. And y'all come back now. You hear me?